Welcome to Hong Kong Review 2014. I'm Diane To.
And I'm Chenny Sabon. 2014 was a year of great challenges for Hong Kong's executive, legislative and judicial arms.
In mid-year, the State Council released a white paper on one country, two systems that evoked doubts in Hong Kong about the high degree of autonomy enshrined in the Sino-British Joint Declaration.
Inside the Legislative Council chamber, some lawmakers repeatedly used filibustering to press their points, thus delaying motions on some livelihood issues. Outside, protesters attacked the LegCo building with unprecedented violence.
Also a first, people occupied major roads for 79 days to fight for genuine universal suffrage. Supporters said it was a show of strength for civil disobedience. Detractors slammed occupiers for disrupting people's lives and tarnishing Hong Kong's reputation.
You can say 2014 was a politicized year. We begin our reminiscence with a debate on constitutional reform.
Early in the year, the Alliance for True Democracy unveiled a three-track formula to have candidates for the 2017 chief executive election chosen by a nominating committee, the public or political parties. But all must be approved by the nominating committee in order to run.
We see this as our respect for the power and authority of the nomination committee.
任何削弱、架空这个提名委员会权力的方案，都是不符合基本法精神的。
In April, the central government invited legislators to Shanghai to discuss political reform. Frederick Fung gave to Hong Kong and Macau Affairs Chief Wang Guangya a replica of the basic law containing the three-track political reform proposal.
现在内地这个古玩市场特别活跃，有赝品，有真品，所以呢，为了防止这个呢，所以我要给洪委员一个基本法的真品。
Beijing officials met exclusively with pan-democratic legislators for 2 hours.
提名委员会是按照基本法所规定的唯一的法定的提名机构。
I don't think we have narrowed down the gap, although I can say that we have widened the gap.
In June, the State Council published a white paper on one country, two systems. It says the central government has comprehensive jurisdiction over the territory and Hong Kong has no residual power. The paper states those who administer Hong Kong, including judges and judicial personnel, have the responsibility of safeguarding the country's interests, and that loving the country is the basic political requirement. The legal profession protested at the description of the judiciary's role.
佢講到話中國嘅憲法係要香港嘅法院理解嘅，但係如果去到自治範圍以內嘅事，如果我哋都要去即係跟循翻中國嘅憲法嘅時候咧，咁呢個自治範圍咧係好受到衝擊嘅。
At the end of June, organizers of Occupy Central, a movement which began last year, held a mock referendum on 3 political reform formulas. All included civic nomination. They say more than 790,000 people voted.
10% of 700,000 people sitting in the main street of Central. Just think about the possible consequence.
The Alliance for True Democracy's three-track proposal won with 330,000 votes.
Hong Kong people are very determined to have true democracy.
中央政府支持香港依法普选的决心是坚定不移的。
Political reform dominated this year's July 1st march, with calls for public nomination and abolition of functional constituencies. Organizers say 510,000 people joined in. That night, Scholarism and the Federation of Students occupied Chater Road overnight. Around 2 a.m., police moved in to disperse protesters. Police arrested 511 people. In mid-July, Chief Executive CY Leung gave the National People's Congress Standing Committee a preliminary report on political reform. It said mainstream opinion agreed the Basic Law clearly stipulated only a nominating committee has the power to vet candidates for CE. Chief Secretary for Administration Carrie Lam said most Hong Kong people are pragmatic and would accept an election method for the 2017 CE polls that's not ideal.
如果要市民務實咁接受即係袋住先嘅方案，咁市民都應該好合理就問，咁跟住會唔會有改善嘅空間呢？咁
係冇得傾嘅，係冇得代。我哋好多樣嘅示威抗議都做過啦。如果仲係唔得嘅時候，我哋就要去佔領中環。
In mid-August, the anti-Occupy Central Alliance for Peace and Democracy held a march. Organizers claimed 190,000 participants. The alliance also staged an anti-Occupy Central campaign and claimed it collected 150,000 signatures.
It's important that people come out and campaign for a peaceful and prosperous Hong Kong.
The organizer of Occupy Central have a very good intention of civil disobedience and non-violence. Unfortunately, there are fringe elements in our society which want violence.
Some government officials, including Leung Chun-ying, signed up.
我以個人嘅名義表達我保普選。
In early August, Central Government Liaison Office Chief Zhang Xiaoming said universal suffrage to elect the CE must take into account national security.
国际上有一些势力想方设法的要对中国的发展实行围堵和遏制，给我们不断的制造麻烦，要防止一些人把香港变成在民主的幌子下反对大陆的基地。
Pan-Democrats meeting mainland officials in Shenzhen suggested political reform must comply with international standards.
International Covenant of Civil and Political Rights is very clearly stipulated that there should be no unreasonable limitation to the right to be nominated.
划线呢是以自己能不能出闸来解释国际标准，我觉得呢这是一个似是而非的。 使大家容易陷入混亂的一個概念。
不能夠以一啲不合理同埋非客觀嘅條件咧，包括嗰個候選人嘅政治取向咧，係去否決呢個人嘅被選權。
國人大常委會第10次會議31號。
On August 31st, the National People's Congress Standing Committee unanimously decided on a framework for the 2017 CE election. It includes a nominating committee with 1,200 members from 4 sectors, like the previous election committee for the CE. A candidate must win the backing of over 50% of the committee, and there would be only 2 to 3 contestants.
那么，香港有些人不强调按照基本法来搞普选，而反复的鼓吹按照所谓的国际标准，捆绑否决法案。 那么这一次，香港错失了，将不仅仅是一次民主发展的机会，更重要的是，香港可能面临更长时间的政治争拗。
The next day, Li Fei came to Hong Kong to explain Beijing's framework and was besieged by protests.
We have every reason to feel cheated, frustrated as we are. We would not despair. We would continue the fight for democracy.
We have exhausted all the ways of dialogue. It's time for civil disobedience.
Former Hong Kong Chief Executive and now CPPCC Vice Chairman Tung Chee-hwa urged Hong Kong people to seize the chance for one man, one vote for CE.
A short time of 20 years, we have moved from having a British parachute to a governor into Hong Kong to having 5 million voters choosing their own leader. In the grand sweep of history, this is a glittering achievement.
23 pan-democratic lawmakers declared they'll veto the government's political reform package in LegCo. Towards the end of September, the Federation of Students launched a week-long university class boycott to oppose the NPCSE's August 31st formula.
我哋罷課就係我哋年青一代對上一代人群起抗爭嘅呼喚。
Scholarism waded in with a one-day secondary school class boycott. The rally outside Lechco included parents and teachers.
Democracy is a government for the people. And how can you be for the people if you refuse to respond or even listen to what the people are saying?
I'm very proud of them, and I think they are learning much more than they can learn in the school.
That night, the Federation of Students and Scholarism, as planned, stormed government headquarters. The next day, police began clearing the protesters from government headquarters. After a year of deliberations, Occupy Central finally erupted.